Hi guys, my name is Anastasia and you're on my channel. Welcome to everybody. Guys, today we will watch the next episode of our favorite TV show, My 600 LB Life, and I'm a little bit watched about what will be this episode, and this is about couple. They want together to lose weight, and finally I waited. This is about relationship, my favorite topic for discussion. Guys, as usual, I will watch this video with you, speak my mind, share my emotion, maybe even philosophize. If you have seen my video before, you know about it. But guys, I immediately apologize that every 3 seconds my screen will flash because YouTube does not skip this video in any different way. And guys, I try to fix it, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Sorry, but I hope for your support and understanding, and it's so necessary for me. Don't forget about likes and comments. I appreciate it. So have fun, have a nice watching, and let's watch it together. Let's get started.
Does she respect you?
No, probably not.
I just want her to be proud of me.
She doesn't respect him? 35 years old, so he's really so young. Nothing.
The mornings are the worst part of my day. And I hate waking up because of how hard and painful it is being in this body now. I can't really lay down anymore, you know? I can't breathe if I do because my weight pushes the air out of my body. So I started sleeping in my chair, but I hate that because it means that I can't sleep by my wife Amber anymore.
Oh, they're sleeping separated, and as for me, it's so important to sleep together. Even when fighting, yeah, it's the best to fall asleep together. Guys, and what do you think about the situation? Do you like to sleep together with your partner or separated? I also know a situation when the couple of man and woman, they said, oh, no, the better way is sleep separated because they have better sleep. And what about you?
She's usually gone by the time I get up. She's a school teacher, and so am I.
No, family of teachers.
But I've been on medical leave for a while now because of how hard it is for me to get around at the size I'm at. I'm at a point now where it's painful to do anything. I think other people take for granted the ability to just move, you know,
It's so big.
and not be in pain all the time. Like, I'm constantly in pain even sitting.
Use your restroom.
But the dogs, if I don't let them out, then they'll have accidents around the house. And I won't be able to clean it up. So I push myself to let them do what they need.
Grandma house, let's go.
But after that, I have to get to where I can rest as soon as possible. And I already want to go back to bed. But in the morning, I have to get clean. Because the growth that's in between my legs, the lymphedema growth, it's got open sores that actually leak body fluid. And not taking care of that could lead to infections. An infection means I could wind up in the hospital. So as much as I hate it, because of how hard it is, I make myself shower every day.
Oh my goodness, you know guys, the worst thing is that he even realized all his problem and continues to overeat. What is the point?
It's just hard to do because of my size. And sometimes I don't get as clean as I want to. Sometimes my wife has to help me, but when she's gone, I try to do it on my own.
Some of the things that I do, Nathan specifically asked that it not be mentioned because I do things that not even a wife should have to do.
It just shows how bad off my body is. That's not something that a healthy person should experience. Knee pains and back pains and open sores. I shouldn't have all that. And it gets worse every day, mainly because of the sore in my leg. It's itchy and it's filled with pus. So I have to keep the wound dry so it doesn't get infected and get even worse.
Oh my goodness, it looks awful, really. I'm even afraid to imagine what is it, and I don't wanna to do that. And I can only imagine how difficult it's for his wife with such a husband. I mean, a grown man that is so helpless. Oh, it's really so complicated.
Dad's gonna go fix him some food. He's hungry.
And finally, now that I'm clean and dressed and dry, it's time for breakfast.
It's time for that to stop.
There isn't a moment where I'm not craving something to eat. No matter what I'm facing, food will make it better. Food is my relief and my comfort, and it's what I constantly want.
For a short time.
Food is the only thing in the world that doesn't talk back unless it gives you acid reflux. It's just gonna make you feel better.
Cheating part.
And when I'm eating, it's euphoric. It's like this feeling of relief from whatever negative emotion I have going on at that time. And so even though a meal like this will make me really full, I'll keep eating and eating. Because that craving never goes away. And it's always been there for me.
And it's all fried food. Of course, what else? No, such a nice
Eating has
child.
always been a big part of my life, starting when I was really young. I think part of that is because my dad worked for a
cute.
food company. So we constantly had junk food around us. You know, I'm the youngest of 3 siblings. I have an older sister and an older brother, and all of us, including our parents, just ate all day long. Food, it was almost like a headache pill would be for a headache because it made me happy. But the downside of that, obviously that led to me putting on weight. I didn't realize it at first, but in junior high when I was 13, that's when the bullying really started because of my weight. Because I got up to over 250 pounds by then.
I was probably already in like a 1X, 2X. And I can remember trying out for basketball.
You know, guys, it's about children's bullying that lay complex for all your life. Children really are so cruel at this age, and they only need some excuses yet to mock a person. Sometimes it can happen, but guys, did you have some children's bullying at your school when you find the weakest person and start to troll him? When I was young, I mean, when I was a children, when I was at school, we also had one guy, and I don't know why, but nobody wanted to speak with him, and you know, it was so miserable situation. I mean that all time I have pity to him, and this is also the awful feeling in my life.
Basketball because I like watching basketball, and I thought maybe I would be good at it. They made us try out in front of the whole school in the morning because what they did was they had the students assemble in the gym before they went to their first period. And people were laughing and pointing, and the coach had to stop tryouts. And he yelled at them saying, at least he's down here trying, you know.
Being 15 and around 350, I didn't really try to make friends. I kept to myself, and after school, I'd just go home and eat.
When you get upset, you reach for that ice cream, you know. And I can finish ice cream like nobody's business.
But things did get a little better toward the end of high school.
That's when I fell in love with theater.
It was theater that made me feel like I could be who I wanted to be.
I still to this day think that my theater teacher in the high school level was probably one of the ones that helped get me through.
It was around the same time when I found out my mom was diagnosed with cancer.
And ironically, at that time, I was playing a cancer patient while my mom was going through the cancer treatment. So it allowed me to really deal with it in a safe place.
I chose a college based on theater, but I was still eating a lot and gaining. And by the time I graduated, I was around 450 pounds. But immediately after I graduated, I got a job at a high school in Longview, and that's where I met my wife, Amber.
So guys, and I mean that his wife is also fat. Probably in this family there isn't no proper understanding of healthy food, and it's all really some habits that developed into addiction. Yeah, and if you don't get rid in the time, then you will go for this project. Yeah, my 600 LB life. This is the consequences of unhealthy food. And maybe unhealthy lifestyle.
Come on, guys, get back. Get back, get back.
Hey,
Hey.
thank you for picking up the food.
They are the
Welcome.
same.
So how was your day?
I mean, both sides.
It was crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From the first time I saw Nathan, I could see what made him special. He's a great person. He is an amazing theater director. He is an amazing teacher. And having similar backgrounds with food was something I saw as a positive back then. And that was one of the things that I was attracted to, was the idea that he would be a partner for me to keep focusing on my journey with.
You want a cheese stick?
No, thank you.
But shortly after we got married, Nathan went to a
So
doctor to
it
try and
turned
get weight
out
loss
that they
surgery.
got fat together.
So I actually got approval for surgery because I had lost enough weight. And I didn't have the copay, and so they canceled my surgery. And I guess at that point I was like, forget it, I'm done. I'm just eat however I want to.
You want a bite? Last bite of sweets?
Sure.
That's when all of his motivation went by the wayside really quickly.
I guess I felt like I wasn't good enough.
And I know that disappointed Amber a lot because she didn't hide her disappointment in me at all when I started gaining again.
When we'd go to eat, I physically was getting ill from watching him eat. He would eat his food. He would eat an appetizer. We would have a dessert. He would eat my leftovers, and it would make me just absolutely just disgusted. When Nathan decided he didn't want to try and lose weight anymore, I told him I was disgusted with what he was doing, and I basically told him he was an embarrassment.
All right, I know you're tired, but can you really help me to wrap my leg?
Yeah, I guess I'll do it before I go take a shower.
So now I'm at the point where I'm 600 pounds and I have a huge lymphedema mass on my legs that pretty much keeps me stuck in my chair all day, every day. I wanted to be a good father to our kids just as much as I wanted to be a good husband to Amber.
Because when we got married, she had a son, Mark, and a daughter, Hannah, who were 10 and 6, and now they're my kids too.
But my weight has become a really big problem in my relationship with Amber, and with our whole family.
I do worry about my dad's health. I would like him to feel more confident in his body and lose some of the
Oh my, this is their daughter. She is so nice and beautiful girl, and this is clear that she made her choice in favor for a normal life, and I'm glad about her and about it in general.
way so we can do more activities together. I always tell him that, like, don't give up, we got this, I'm behind you no matter what. Sometimes I feel like he's not gonna be okay, but I really do believe in him.
I do.
I'm driving to the grocery store because that's what me and Dad needed to do.
I want to be off experiencing things with my family, but I can't because of my size.
And now I feel like grocery shopping is the only thing that me and Amber really have left together. And it's the only thing we do together aside from eating. And if you took eating and food out of our relationship, we wouldn't have anything left now, really.
They have carts. Thank God.
Yeah.
Ow, ow.
For 3 years, Nathan's health has not allowed us to completely do those things that we enjoy. And our relationship is very strained because of the amount of care that I have to give him. And I miss being able to have I guess, an intimate relationship, not like a sexual relationship, because Nathan and I have never. That's not what it's about, but just like being able.
They have never sex. I'm shocked. They're just eat together and all? What is the point of relationship? I mean, okay, no one have a sex, okay, but why? What is the reason that they have never had sex? Oh, it's so interesting.
Able to spend quality time with each other where it doesn't involve care. That's what I want that we don't have anymore. And I'm very scared. I'm gonna be just like Nathan, I would say within the next 4 to 5 years. Because it's getting to where I'm having trouble doing what.
Okay, in general, that now her husband is like a small child who needs to be monitored, cleaned, and constantly take care of. And either all women can burn out when they feel that he is so helpless. Yeah, and supporting a man to believe in him is a key for successful marriage. But in this case, yes, she is just tired. She probably wants to be a little girl who also need care and attention, and as a woman I understand her. All women time to time they wanted to be the best woman ever. I mean, like a small girl that is so also helpless, and she just wants to be loved and all.
I need it for myself.
You want some bologna?
No. I have severe anxiety. I have depression issues, and I am always extremely exhausted.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is about, I said
We're
before.
super tired. Awesome. Thank you. You need to open that since we're slow.
And I just feel like Nathan's just let me down as a husband altogether. He has tried his best. I don't want it to seem like he hasn't, but it's getting to be too much. And I'm at a point now where every day I question whether or not I should stay.
Even the
And
stage
I
of
stay
divorce.
because I have love for Nathan. But I just can't keep going like this. Neither of us can.
I can't do much of anything on my own anymore, and I know that frustrates Amber, and it's a lot for her. So much so that we had to move our whole life here to Palestine, Texas, because she needed help, and the only family that she could go to were her parents. So they help out when it's too much for Amber. And I hate it because I feel like I'm a burden to my whole family at this point, and I'm ashamed of that. And if it gets to be too much for Amber, I'm scared she's gonna leave me.
Probably. But who knows? Oh, the first man on the project, okay.
My appointment with Dr. Now is tomorrow. So today I'm headed to Houston. We're here. Hey. Amber is working today, so my in-laws came over to get me and help me get there.
Are you ready?
The rest I'm gonna be. It's only 3 hours there and 3 hours back. But I told Amber I wanted to go down the day before the appointment so I can rest before we see Dr. Now.
All right, what's going?
This is the bag of snacks.
Where's mine?
It's in there, Jack. I promise you.
Okay, I'm just
Because you know I don't do jalapeno
I'm making
stuff.
sure you got my chips. Stay right there. I worry about Nathan's health because over the years I've seen him get bigger and bigger. Before, he was able to move around a lot more and do a lot more things. But now that he's so big, he's limited. He can't do a lot on his own. So we help him out when he needs us, when Amber can't be there for him. But we're all scared for him because of how bad it is now. Do you have your charger?
Yes, everything's in there.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. You can't use mine.
I know.
If he goes on this, it would be benefit for both of them. Because if he can lose the weight, it'd make both their lives better.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I am.
Nathan has struggled with his weight since I've known him. Even early on, I saw how he ate, and I remember they had just moved down here, and he got up and made breakfast one morning for himself. He made macaroni and cheese and a can of peas for breakfast, and I'm like going, oh, that's disgusting. But over time, I've seen him gain more weight, and it's getting to a breaking point for him, and I think Nathan does understand. He is a young man with a short lifespan right now. We're on the road, yay.
On the road again. I'm a little overwhelmed, and I'm embarrassed because I'm starting to feel a little bit of shame. I know I have to do this, but it shouldn't have gotten to this point. And so that's where I'm at right now. I guess I'm a little shaky because this may be the last chance to save what I can see as my family at this moment. So I'm ready to make a change to my life no matter what.
Thank you.
So in general, he went to this project to save his family because his wife will soon leave him. Of course, it's not certain yet, but it's possible. And he loves his wives and his wife, sorry. He has just one wife, yeah, and wants to be with her. It's a right decision to choose himself. And maybe she also needs to lose some weight. She is also a fat person.
Because I know what's at stake. To save my life and save my family. And I'm not gonna fail and let them down. Tired and a little sore. But I'm in good spirits because I get to see Dr. Now today and hopefully get his help. I think overall, I'm mostly just nervous about hearing what he says. So I'm glad Tracy's gonna go with me and I have her support so I'm not doing this alone. Because what happens today, this appointment determines everything for me.
No, what is it? Some maybe problem with internet connection, I don't know.
Mr. Prater?
And the most interesting part. How much is it?
Whatever Dr. Now has for me to do, I'm ready to do it if it means I can get a better life for me and my family.
What about his weight? Ooh.
It's never fun seeing my weight on the scale, especially knowing other people are seeing it too. It's embarrassing, but I know my starting point now. So from here, my goal is to get that number going down.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
My favorite doctor.
All right, Nathan, good to meet you. Glad you're here.
Yes, sir.
Now, who is this young lady with you?
This is my mother-in-law, Tracy.
Your mother-in-law?
Yes.
All right, good to meet you both. So, you're coming from Palestine, Texas, huh?
Yes.
And you know, guys, probably he has really a nice relationship with his mother-in-law since she supports him and came with him to the doctor. Guys, and what about your relationship with your mother-in-law or father-in-law?
You're here to see me to lose weight because you're just over 600 pounds?
Yes.
Is that the highest weight you have been?
That I know of, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that amount of weight puts a lot of strain on your body, especially at your height. And how much you can walk or be active?
It hurts like when I'm at home, if I go from the bathroom back to my living room, I get winded. So I can't walk very far without help. And what makes it worse is that I have lymphedema,
And so there's issues with open sores on my legs, my right leg, and I also have a growth in the groin area. And it feels like it's getting bigger, so it pulls at the lower back, and that's what's adding more to the out of breath right now, I think. I don't know.
Okay, so you have developed a lot of issues from your weight. So you're at a critical point now where you have to change your eating habit before things get worse for you. So how committed are you to make the changes?
I'm going to have to be 100% committed. That's it. It's either that
I'm going to have to be as a figure of speech.
I will tell you that I am going to be 100% committed.
So you are ready to make the changes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what we want to hear from you. So the changes that we're going to do, I don't want to excuse it that, the weather was not good, I was depressed, and food was there, right. I had to eat it. Those excuses, I don't want to hear them when you come back.
Right.
Okay, and your wife, does she struggle with her weight too?
Yes. She is overweight as well.
So why isn't she here with you today?
She had to work.
Okay, so I'll give you an extra copy of the instructions for you to take to her so she can understand what needs to be done to support you. And the next time...
Guys, and have you ever seen how much time did this doctor hear some excuses, why he can't lose this weight? I can just imagine, but I think that the doctor is on the topic, and when he thought this excuses, he just, oh my, one more time, come on, please stop to do this shit.
You come back, see if she will come with you.
Okay, doctor.
Okay. I'm going to give you some written instruction that I want you to read every day. And I'm going to give you some exercises. I want you to start doing those exercises twice a day, okay?
Okay.
Well, any questions?
No, sir.
All right. So let me get all the stuff that you need to do, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
Nathan seems motivated. Hopefully we see that translate into action with him to where he makes the changes he needs when he goes home. But ultimately, no matter the situation, this is all going to be up to Nathan to make the changes he needs to get healthy. All right, Nathan, here's your homework. If Nathan wants to move ahead, he's going to have to prove to me that he's committed. So he either does this and hits his goal to show me what I need to see from him, or weight loss surgery won't be an option because it will ultimately fail if he isn't willing to do at least his part. All right, Nathan, this is something you have to do if you want to get your life back before you run out of time. So you have a lot of changes to make.
Yes, sir.
All right, do you think you can do that?
Yes, I do.
All right, super. So I see you in 2 months. Lose 60 pounds by then and work to get your stamina. In the meantime, if you have any issues, give me a call.
Okay.
All right, before you go, we're going to run some tests to check on some things. And if everything looks good, you can go home, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
How I like
That was
this
intense,
doctor.
but it was good. And I'm excited because I have a plan to fix what I messed up and finally make things right like I should. So I'm happy about that and that I have this chance. But I know it's not going to be easy. And it's going to be a hard road ahead to do this. But I'm ready for it.
I'm glad to hear it. That he is ready. It will be not easy.
Nathan is already developing severe medical issues with his body that is a direct result of his weight. So he doesn't have any more time to waste. He either make the significant changes he needs now, or things are going to continue to get worse for him until he pushes his body to a breaking point. And my concern right now is that he may be a lot closer to that point than he realizes. So it's very important he does this now, before he gets to that breaking point, and something happens where he doesn't make it.
You ready?
Oh, you better get up and go to the door.
It's been 3 weeks since my appointment with Dr. Now. Whoa! And since then, Amber and I have been focusing on making all the changes I need with the diet and exercises.
Come here, Peanut Ann.
I feel like my journey's in a really good spot because I can finally see something positive moving forward in my life.
This way. There's good.
The most significant is the energy. There's just some things that I'm able to do physically that I couldn't do 20 days ago. So I actually look forward to exercise now.
Come on this way. Come on, Mama.
Walking with Amber, she always has a good attitude. I think our relationship has changed for the positive. I feel like we're headed towards a better situation.
Nathan's actually been better than I expected. As soon as we got back to town with counting calories and his exercise,
No, stop eating everything.
he jumped right in. So I was really impressed. And I would say overall, he's doing great. So I really expected him to struggle more than he has.
I don't even know how far we walked.
About 1/8 of a mile.
We can turn around if you
No,
need
go to the stop sign. I'm good. It hurts.
But he is really great. It is clear that he is trying, that he wants to become the best version of himself, and that he wants to save his family, that he wants to save this relationship with his wife, and this is really important to him. The wife can also take part in losing weight. Yeah, it will be not superfluous for her, really.
I try to walk every day for like 20 to 30 minutes.
Great work.
The changes have been pretty easy for me because I just got to a point where I chose life.
You made it to the store.
Yeah.
How you feel?
I'm good.
You're not too out of breath. That's good.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. All right, you first this time.
All right, let's go, Big
Let
T.
him take the charge and the lead. Me
Well,
and
you know
Peanut
he
will drag
will.
the end.
This way, go home.
We're going home.
Yeah, go home.
The dogs were shocked.
The transition to eating healthier has been a lot easier than I thought. Try to stick to the 1,200 calories or less, not allowing myself to just eat what I want to when I want to. Going into it, I was like, I'm gonna have to eat all this stuff that I don't like. Well, when I figured out that I could stay under the 1,200 and work hard and still lose the weight, I was like, I'm gonna do this. And so if I feel the urge to have ice cream, I always make sure that it still falls under that 1,200 calories or less. I'm still getting my little fix, but I'm staying under the calorie count. Remember how I would get like a chicken and a burrito and 2 Big Reds?
yeah. Yeah, that has changed a lot.
Why would I do that?
Well,
And why would you let me?
it's not about what I would let you do.
What would you do if I went back to that?
Well, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, because I've already told you how I feel about things as they were.
How much bacon do you want?
Just a couple of slices.
How do you feel?
I mean, I've already told you, like, it's too much for me. I'm your caregiver. I'm not your wife, so.
So he eats healthy food and she continued to eat unhealthy food. Why?
My friend Lewis is here to take me out. What's up? You
Time
ready?
is
Let's
friends.
go. After a month of working hard on Dr. Now's plan, I'm feeling really good. My stamina has increased a good bit. And I think that's gotta mean that all the exercise and diet is paying off. With my newfound ability to get around easier and do more, I decided to try going out and doing something fun for my activity for today. And so I called Lewis, who I work with, and who I haven't really gone out with in ages. And I told him I've turned over a new leaf. I'm getting healthy, and I told him about the program and about my progress. And I'm tired of being cooped up in the house all day alone, so I want to go out. And I asked him to pick me up and take me somewhere. And we decided that bowling would be fun. So that's what we're headed to do.
Kind of busy today. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen it this busy. I'm coming. Smell that fried food? Oh, I got you.
The screens are on. I thought the game was about leaving the pins. Oh, yeah.
I'm amazed at how much a difference just a month has made. And Hannah and Amber are too. They've told me my progress has been impressive, and that really meant a lot to me to hear that from them. So I'm feeling really good.
Oh, signature spiral. You got this. Look at me, Nathan. I believe in you.
I know.
Yeah, every person needs the support of people that are close to him, and this is good that he has correctly the nice person, the nice friend that can support him. Yeah, and I really like that he started doing at least something other than just lying on a bed and sleep. Great. It's really great. No words. Just amazing. Just emotion.
Know that what I'm doing for another month should more than get me to my goal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
So I'm excited to go back and see Dr. Now then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll probably still be nervous because I can't help that with the nature of it all. But I'm confident I'm on track now and that I'm going to do well because I'm working my hardest to do this.
That's better.
Thank you, Master.
That's better.
About a week ago, I talked to Amber about going with me to my next appointment. She says she'll do it if she doesn't have to work then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to have her there by the scale with me when I get my new weight. There's no better way to show her how motivated and committed I am than a lower number on the scale. So I'm going to keep pushing her to go with me like Dr. Now asked. I'm hoping when I have that appointment that I'll get to see some good news because I'm working my hardest to make this happen.
The third month.
Okay, 2.5 miles, you're gonna exit 125A.
Hello. I know where I'm going, kinda.
Amber and I are in Houston for my second appointment with Dr. Now. I told her how important it was to me for her to be the one that brought me here.
It's on the corner right there. See where that red car is?
Voila.
So interesting about his result.
Because I want her to see the progress that I'm going to have. So she made the time to do this with me today, and that means a lot. And I'm feeling better than I have in years. I made all the changes and followed all of Dr. Now's instructions.
Nathan?
Ready?
So whatever the scale says, I think it's going to be something I'm at least proud of. But my ultimate goal is to get weight loss surgery. And that's not gonna happen if I didn't lose all that I was supposed to lose by today.
We're gonna weigh you. Just hold on one sec. Let me zero it out. Okay. Go ahead and step up on the scale, please.
Yes, ma'am.
And if I don't get weight loss surgery, all I've lost today won't mean anything.
And I didn't see it.
I'm back at Dr. Now's for my second appointment to see if I made it to my weight loss goal. And I think I have a good chance at it today. At the last appointment, I was 607 pounds. And Dr. Now told me to lose at least 60 pounds in 2 months. So that means I need to be under 547 pounds today.
And
Wow. I'm excited.
Good for you.
it's a boy. Wow, it's incredible result. He sees a goals and he goes to it. I'm very happy to him. And what is the most interesting? The wife didn't lose weight. So interesting. What will be the next?
I'm good.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. This must be your wife, Amber.
Yes, sir.
Well, good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So, Nathan, you're down 72 pounds, huh?
Yes, sir.
So, tell me what changes you made.
The biggest change that I've made is I've really stuck to the 1,200 calories or less. That's the ultimate bottom line for me. Plus, I will not eat anything past 6 o'clock. I've made it a point to make sure that I have dinner before 5:30. So.
All right, that's great. Well, I'm proud of you. But my concern right now, seeing both of you, is your wife has a weight problem too. So it's very hard for one person in family to eat healthy while the other person is not. So, Amber, have you thought about getting healthy and doing this with Nathan?
I actually already had weight loss surgery when I was 16, and so I'm really familiar with the weight loss process, and I already kind of had somewhat better eating habits than he did. I've been preparing food for the last 10 years to his accommodations, really.
So you're saying it's his fault you gained weight?
Sounds
Not
like
necessarily.
obstacles and excuses.
Okay. Then would you consider yourself failure of the weight loss surgery or success?
Me?
Yeah.
I would say I was a success until I had my children, because I was very successful. I lost over 360 pounds on my first surgery.
Well, you're like a gambler sitting at the table and said, an hour ago I had $1 million, but right now I'm out of everything, so I was a successful gambler. So that's not the reality.
Look at his behavior, guys. Do you see how he took the hands? Oh, she claims that the operation was successful, but we see together that they are the same size. And the stranger thing is that I don't understand why she denies the words of doctor.
See, where are you at this point, and what you need to do is the issue. Now, consider that a lot of surgeons, they don't do revision because that's complicated and it's not something that your surgeon are equipped or willing to do, but that's something we may be able to perform. People in the higher BMI, 90 to 95% have failure of their weight loss surgery in 10 years. And the reason for that being that the underlying issues driving you to eat were never fully addressed. And in your case, your success was only short-term. And that's a factor now, not just in your health, but Nathan's health, because you're both influencing each other negatively.
I'm frustrated and angry because this journey was supposed to truly be about Nathan and Nathan's health and his well-being, and I don't want to take away from that, and I feel like that's going to happen, and I don't want that to happen. I was 16 when I had a procedure done, and now I'm 60 pounds heavier than I was when I started that. There's just not words for that emotion right now.
So I think the dynamic of household will be better if you both are working to get healthy together so that both of you are in the same situation with the eating habit and able to manage it together. So is that something you're interested in?
Yes. I think I'd like to do that.
Okay. Nathan, because you hit your goal, since you have made good progress, I'm going to go ahead and approve you for weight loss surgery.
Yes.
Wow!
Okay.
Congratulations!
All right, so we'll schedule that for next month. In the meantime, don't let your guard down. Just stay on track and keep losing weight.
Okay.
Okay? But we need to do some more testing on you, make sure that the surgery is going to be a safe option for you. And if everything looks good and you stay on track, then we will proceed with weight loss surgery here very soon. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's set you for some testing and go from there. But right now, let's get your weight, Amber, to see where you're at. And I'll get some instruction to go over with you.
Yes, sir.
Nathan is doing very well, and I'm proud of the progress he's made over the last 2 months. So I'm confident he's ready for weight loss surgery. But my concern right now is Amber and her health, and how that's going to affect both of them going forward.
Are you gonna look into the revisions?
I mean, I'll look into it again. I have before, I'll do it again.
Is that something you want?
I hadn't really thought about it much.
Okay, Amber, I'm going to start on you, okay? And we check your weight and all that.
That's if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what you want, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do that now. Amber seems to blame Nathan for both of their poor eating habits and has excuses for why she gotten to the weight she is.
Okay, you can step up on the scale.
Do I need to turn around backwards?
Your weight is 5'2".
But the reality is that at her size, she's eating because she wants to eat. And so she shares some of the blame for their dynamic as well. And if she doesn't take responsibility for her part in their unhealthy dynamic and how her behavior influenced Nathan negatively, just as much as his does to her, then it will be unlikely either of them will be successful making any progress that will last the long term. Hopefully, she considers the option to change her unhealthy habits and ultimately get a revision to her previous weight loss surgery that she has failed. All right, well,
You know, guys, I think that his wife is so stubborn person and the main one in their family. But I think that all the same, a man should remain the main one, and she crushed him somewhere. Guys, and what do you think about the situation? I mean, for you, yeah, personally for you, what is the man in your family, or what must be the man in your family, in maybe on your future family? Write me comments.
Amber, you are just over 500 pounds, 502.
Yes, sir.
All right, so your weight is less than Nathan, but at your height, your BMI is 20 points higher than Nathan. So your weight is putting more strain on your body than his weight is on him. So what we need to do is also work with you to get you lose your weight. So I want you to read these every night.
Yes, sir.
And start working on that. So both of you have the same instruction. And Nathan, I want you to stick with what you're doing. And Amber, I want you to lose 50 pounds over the next 2 months.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
But first step is to change your eating habit. So make sure you only eat it 2 or 3 times a day, no snacking. And your daily limit is 1,200 calories, no more. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Nathan, I'll see you in the hospital. And we go from there, okay?
Yes, sir.
And if either of you need anything, give me a call.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, see you later. Thank you, Dr. Now.
I'm extremely excited that I got approved for weight loss surgery, because that's something I've wanted for a really long time. But the fact that she responded to Dr. Now and told him she'd consider doing his program has me excited. Because one of my big fears is how our relationship became about food, and what losing the only thing we have to bond over could mean for us. So if we have doing this to bond over now, that'd be incredible. And if she can get another weight loss surgery, I think it'd be amazing, because there's so much we want to do that we haven't been able to do because of our weight. Then we can build a new life we've dreamed of together.
As for me, guys, you know, it's really the best decision that I have ever heard, because the both work, it's really a better work than when, for example, you're played alone. And in their case, it will really definitely help him to save their family, they will make new goals for their family, yeah, and maybe they are still together. We are hoping. This is the first month.
After the last appointment with Dr. Now, Amber and I came back home to Palestine. And after a day or two, Amber was able to think through Dr. Now's offer to do his program and try to get a revision to her weight loss surgery.
You know, when Dr. Now approached me when Nathan was there to be seen, I was angry. I was really angry, and I was hurt because I felt blindsided. But
it's not about
once
it.
I had time to process, I was overjoyed because just knowing that Dr. Now is willing to help me just makes me blessed and makes me excited now.
And so I'm happy about that. And I'm just really happy that we're doing this together now.
What are you gonna get, dude?
I'm thinking the lunch Swiss chicken, maybe?
Okay. But what do I want today? No, I love their potato soup.
Like the appetizer today, mozzarella stick, fries.
No.
It's also been a big motivation for me to see how Nathan's been doing. But I still do worry because Nathan has the tendencies to go back to his old habits.
Broccoli and mac and cheese and the broccoli.
So there's still a possibility of failure, but I'm trying to keep as optimistic as possible. So what do you think? Because this is our first time eating out since you've been on your little journey, like out in public. How do you think you're gonna do? Because you got a smaller meal. You think you're gonna be hungry afterwards? You think?
Probably shouldn't think about it. I mean, that's one of those things that you just can't plan. I was nervous going to the restaurant because that restaurant in particular, I normally would get all the stuff that is insanely unhealthy, but I went in there with the idea that I got to make sure that I start making good choices. Otherwise, what was the point of me going through the whole journey in the first place? I am definitely ready for surgery. I pray that it happens next week.
Months. Uh-huh. 14 pounds loss, okay.
We have to put these on. I never get these on right.
I can do that.
They're gray this time. I'm here at the hospital for my weight loss surgery. And I'm excited to finally get something I've needed for years.
I'm really very interested to see her weight loss result.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you all doing?
Good.
All right, Nathan, you ready for your big day today?
I am.
All right. So far, you have done a good job on losing weight, and that make surgery and risk much less. So you're doing good, and you're ready for this.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna get you started, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes.
I don't take for granted what today means and how important this is for me.
So important.
Love you. Because I'm starting a new life today. So this is kind of like a birth in a weird way.
Yeah.
Because it's the official start of the new me. So
He deserves for the better life. I mean, he had, it wasn't like a normal life. He was so helpless, he had really bad habits, and of course I think that all people deserve for the best life ever, because we live just one more time. We haven't got a copy, another scenario or something else. That I'm really very happy to him, to his new life, and it's like you know guys, it's like a new book with a new page. Wow.
I'm excited about that and the fresh start that it's going to give me. Because I'm leaving the old me behind. And when I wake up, I'm going to be a new person ready for a new life. And I can't wait for that.
Fact.
Today we're going to attempt to do a gastric sleeve on Nathan. So far,
Besides, it's my first TV show. I mean, it is first episode when I see a real surgery. Before it, no one approves the surgery. I mean, is it maybe they approve, yeah, but I haven't seen it. But now I have a chance.
he's done a great job and has continued to lose weight and lost another 14 pounds this past month. He's down to 521, so he's motivated and he's working hard and started doing what he needs. So I think he's ready for his weight loss surgery. All right, give me a knife. Okay, starting the first incision. But he's still around 500 pounds and he's not very tall. So this still is going to be high-risk surgery. Go a little bit higher. Okay, let's transition now with the robot. Because all that weight is putting a significant amount of strain on his body to where any number of small things can push his body to the limit. So we have to be careful today to make sure that doesn't happen. The greatest factor with that is how long he has to be under anesthesia, because the longer he's under, the more strain there will be on his body. But I'm hoping that using a robot will help us safely go faster. So the surgery will not be a long operation. Then hopefully we will be able to complete it without issue and give Nathan an important tool that will help him lose more weight, because what this surgery does is reduce the stomach by 90%, leaving a small narrow tube that looks similar to a sleeve. So the patient's food intake is physically limited and the patient is less hungry. So this operation will give them an opportunity to lose even more weight.
Good opportunity, really.
I am waiting to hear that Nathan is recovering so I can see him. I'm not worried because this surgery is something that is done so often, but sometimes things, happen when you're in surgery and under anesthesia. So I'm looking forward to just knowing that he's come through everything successfully. So I'm just trying not to get too over anxious.
All right, we can remove the stomach. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Good. Put that on the table over there. Okay, we can suture him up. Okay, all finished. Room light on. Nathan's surgery went very well. We were able to complete his sleeve gastrectomy, and he's doing very well. Nathan had a very long stomach and a big stomach. We were able to remove 80 to 85% of his stomach. And this is Nathan's stomach we took out. It has a very long stomach, and that can hold a lot of...
Guys, I'm really shocked. Imagine how much food fits in the stomach, and I wonder after the removal of the stomach, it will weight loss? Less?
Food. So he's going to be able to lose weight much easier after surgery because he's going to be able to eat small amount, get full real quick, and not be as hungry. And operation is going to give Nathan a better chance to control his eating habit and lose more weight and get closer to his ideal body weight. So having his stomach reduce capacity by this amount will help him to get full faster. For the next month, Nathan will need to stay on liquid diet until he fully heals. But during that first month, he's going to be able to lose at least 40 pounds. Then once he goes back on solids, he should be able to lose at least 20 pounds each month until he gets close to his target weight. So this surgery will help keep Nathan on track while we work to address the underlying issues and the dynamic behind all this unhealthy eating. but I think he's going to do very well. I'm a little bit more concerned about Amber because she already had a weight loss surgery. So she already has had a tool to help her, and it failed because she ultimately didn't stick to doing what she needed. But hopefully at next month's appointment, we will see enough progress from her to show me she's trying to turn things around so we can move ahead with her weight loss surgery and start working on addressing the issues driving both of them to eat so that they both can have a chance to be successful in the long term. But we have a long way to go and a lot of work to do with both of them to get them to that point.
He's at home?
Okay,
yeah.
so breakfast, an egg, please. You're gonna scramble.
No, I thought I'd just, bounce it off the floor and see if it works.
You could, like.
Don't ask me to try fry it. Don't. I've been home from surgery for a little over 2 weeks, and I've been doing okay. It's just been a bit of an adjustment with how little I can eat, but overall I feel a lot better. I was put on a liquid diet after surgery for a week, and that was tough. And then he put me on what is called the stage 2, which is mainly liquids, but I could add stuff like vegetable juice or skim milk and maybe some yogurt. And I'm supposed to stay on that for another week. But after 2 weeks of not having anything solid, I couldn't take it. And I've eaten a lot of mashed potatoes lately, and I know that there's not protein in mashed potatoes, but it's one of the things that I could tolerate.
Nathan is progressing, but he is definitely not eating the right things. And when I saw him starting to make the wrong choices, my whole body was like, I hope he throws his guts up and I hope it comes out his nose. Only because he needs to know what that feels like. I'm not on liquids, so I just eat what I eat, and if it tempts him, hey, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, and he's gonna have to see for himself.
Guys, they have such a strange relationship. So she isn't on a diet, she eats whatever she wanted. It doesn't matter what her husband will eat. I don't understand it. This is weird. And what do you think about her behavior? What do you think in general about her and his? What do you think about the relationship? Are it okay for us or for you, or not as well?
Amber's told me I'm making her worry because of some of my recent food choices. I know I'm still losing weight because my clothes are bigger, so I'm not concerned about my progress. I'm concerned a little about hers, to be honest. I've seen her struggle this past month, and she's made some choices that aren't a part of the diet plan. By next month, if she doesn't make it to her weight loss goal, I'm scared she won't get the surgery. And it's important to me that she does that, so we're able to keep doing this together.
You done?
I don't know. I think so. When you had your surgery, how did you feel? Like, what did your body do when you were like, oh, I'm done?
For me, if I even smelt the food another bite, like, I would be sick.
I need to learn to listen to my body. I think that's part of the problem.
It could be.
Oh, it's 6 months.
Amber and I are back in Houston to go to our next appointment with Dr. Now. And I'm nervous because I don't know what the scale's gonna show for either of us. I know I've been losing because of the weight loss surgery and how little it lets me eat. And I know Amber's been working hard, so I'm just hoping that we both have some good progress today.
Nathan and Amber?
At the time of my surgery, I was at 521, and Dr. Now told me I should lose 40 pounds the first month after my surgery. Me first?
You first.
So to be on track, I should be down to 481 today. I'm a bit speechless because I don't see how I lost so little. I had known that I'd made some poor choices before I came in here, but I didn't realize it was as bad as it had been.
I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I tried to tell him, but all I could do is control me. At my last appointment, I was at 502, and Dr. Now told me to lose 50 pounds.
in order to get approved for my revision. So that means I have to be at 452 today. That's disappointing to say the least.
That is, she constantly criticized her husband, and at the same time she even got fat with everything. What a strange woman. It seems that she is simply transferring her complex to him.
I am not happy about that.
Of course you're not happy.
I don't think today is going to go like I hoped. So that's disappointing, but we both have no one to blame but ourselves. So we just need to take responsibility and work to fix it, because that's all we can do right now.
She wants to sleep.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good?
Good.
I think now the doctor will be so
Let's see what we
angry.
got with you on progress. For Nathan, starting with the loop, this is about a month after surgery, and you have lost the whole 6 pounds instead of 40. So what's going on that you only lost 6 pounds in 1 month after weight loss surgery?
I honestly, the only thing I can think of is that I probably have eaten stuff that I shouldn't have.
Like what?
I had mashed potatoes. I've had macaroni and cheese.
And so you're in the stage 2 of diet, which is still only liquid diet, but you're eating mashed potato, macaroni, cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So which part of that is making sense to you?
None of it.
Were you hungry?
Yeah, I was.
I guarantee that's not the physical hunger, that's the psychological hunger. So in 1 month after surgery, losing 6 pounds, that
like
means
addiction.
next month you're gonna start gaining weight.
That's not going to happen, but
Let me explain something to you. You just had an operation that takes away your physical hunger and prevents you from overeating. And you hardly lost anything. So that is exactly what's going to happen. And you're not seeing the reality of that.
right.
You go through all these things and you work hard and got a second chance to get your life back. But now you throw it away and going back to killing yourself with food. What are we going to do to change that?
Not make those choices anymore. Work harder.
Why should I believe you're going to follow through this time?
I feel like I let a lot of people down, and I don't like feeling that way. So in order for me not to feel that way anymore, I'm going to have to do exactly what I'm supposed to do and continue to get better at it.
Okay, but this isn't all dependent on you, though, because you both have to do this and support each other, okay? Then let's change the gear. Amber,
I did horrible, sir. Horrible.
wait a minute. You, instead of losing weight, we gave you all the tools. You already had 1 weight loss surgery, and you gained 3 pounds.
Yes.
So what is going on in this household?
So for me, I
For you,
panicked and I literally did not get out of bed. I didn't count my calories or anything for 2 weeks, which is, the proof is right there. I just gave
in
up.
short, she is just lazy. She doesn't want to change anything. She likes everything, and she got together with this guy to eat together. The end.
Up, and I should not have done that at all.
None of the stuff you're saying make any sense. And ultimately, there is no excuse that justifies being unhealthy to the point you're killing yourself like this. So nothing and no event in your life justify overeating, but you justify it yourself. So you're convincing yourself it's okay to overeat because of this issue. But this issue is not reality. The bigger issue I'm concerned about is that it's clear that there's something going on in the household that both of you encouraging each other to overeat. I don't see how you are going to change that environment that you have built over years for pathological eating.
Well, I know I can do it. I haven't, but I know I can.
Well, you know I can go to moon too. But what is the practical reality of that? That's going to happen? Yeah, I can go. You
Right.
get me a rocket, I'll go. But that's going to be a reality? No, it's not. And figure of speech isn't going to change anything.
I know. Talk is cheap. You know, I can tell you whatever I want to tell you here, but until I do it, nobody's going to believe it.
Okay. Amber, what's the solution for you?
I just have to get back at it and prove to you that I was on the right track to begin with and that I'm not going to fail you again.
Well, I can't believe any word you saying or Nathan saying until I see some action.
Right.
Okay?
Understood.
And Nathan, you went off the rail quicker after surgery than anybody I have ever seen. So at this point, I'm disappointed for both of you. So I'm going to give you both 2 months to get back on track, okay? Which means that from here on out, Nathan, you lose at least 20 pounds a month. And for you, Amber, you should be able to lose the 50-pound goal I gave you. If I don't see that progress, I know nothing else is going to work.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So, this is your life, and the only wealth in this world you got is your health. And you're throwing it away by overeating and killing yourself for the food and making excuses that are acceptable to yourself, not to anybody else. So it's totally up to you both to make the changes and change your life around before it's too late. If you keep this up, I guarantee you, neither of you will be here 5 years from now. And this is the situation that you have to see the reality of it. Okay? I'm going to set you up both to see a therapist.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
therapist.
Because maybe they'll be able to help you work on your negative dynamic. Okay? Are we clear about what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Okay? We'll set that up. And both of you need to do everything you can to get on track now.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, if you need anything, give me a call.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
We have a very unfortunate situation with Nathan and Amber. For Nathan, I have never seen someone work against weight loss surgery like he is, especially in such a dangerous way so soon after the operation. Because at this point, there is not only no physical drive to eat for him, but it is actually a painful process.
Guys, maybe they really have some problems inside the relationship and they should solve this problem, because without psychologists, I think that is impossible. They need to talk without anything. I mean that they must be really so close to each other and say it about everything that they feel, and maybe after this pain, their result will be really better. I hope.
To try to eat solid food that soon after surgery. So there are deeper issues at play here. And I think Amber's influence on both her and Nathan's eating habits is much greater than they both realize and she admits. Because I'm starting to think she may primarily be the negative influence on their unhealthy habits. But she seems to blame Nathan for all that. And Nathan seems to accept that. So the dynamic between them is looking like it is a more intricate issue that is going to be more difficult to address. Hopefully therapy will help with that, because they both are in a very dangerous place where they are about to self-destruct unless they turn things around now. And if they don't do that immediately, then I don't think there'll be anything we can do to stop them both from going right back to the same situation and unhealthy dynamic they have had for years. So this is a very dire situation with them that we will hopefully help to turn around right now before it's too late.
And now they will come to the psychologist here. 7th month, okay.
Amber and I are headed to the couples therapy that Dr. Now wanted us to go to.
Hi, folks. I'm Dr. Paradise. Come on in.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And if it's something that will help us, I'm ready to do it. Thank you. But it's definitely a little scary.
Okay. Welcome. Glad to see you guys. How'd you guys meet?
Her cousin was in my drama program, introduced us. Our first date was at her house. She cooked me one of my favorite meals, and the rest is history.
So food was from the very beginning. You guys are both already big. You want him over with dinner.
I guess so.
What made you attracted to each other?
I think she's strong. The strength that I wish I had, I see in her.
What did you see in him?
He's very level-headed, very grounded, and very spirit-oriented, which was something that I felt like I had to have. Because I was in a very, very toxic relationship for a very long time.
And
So you
now
were
she
counting
has
on him to
become
be a
a
good guy.
toxic in this relationship.
Tell me about your physical relationship.
Right now, it's non-existent.
How was it at the beginning?
Well, I've always been big, and like right now, I have a lymphedema growth that sits right on my abdomen, right above that area. So it's there's no way it's possible.
Blocked off.
Yeah.
You know, when we married, everything that we attempted just didn't physically work.
Okay. So you seem resigned to it.
It's just not at the top of our priority list. It never really has been.
Is that okay with you?
Okay, yes, they have been without sex for a long time, and apparently food blocks sex. Yes, they overeat, go to bed with full bellies. Here is their intimate life. Sounds not funny.
Not really.
Okay. I'm worried, Amber, that you seem pretty shut off from that part of a relationship.
Yeah, I am.
And, you know, certainly my intent when you guys came in was not to do like Dr. Ruth with you guys. But in most relationships, it's often the elephant in the room. Somebody's not getting what they want in the bedroom, and that will cause ripples of conflict in the
I
relationship.
think neither one of us are getting what we want there.
What happened? Where did it go off the rails?
I think I know one of the things. Before this whole experience with Dr. Now, I was supposed to have the surgery. I was losing the weight. I was doing great.
Yep.
And then the doctor canceled the surgery because I didn't have the $2,000 payment.
Yeah,
His copay, yeah. I basically just got depressed, and it got hard to do things, and I didn't want to do a lot.
Your self-esteem, weight goes up, self-esteem goes down. And that's not attractive to you, is it?
No.
She called me disgusting, a bad husband, all that stuff, because I gave up and went back to food.
Does she respect you?
No, probably not.
Wow.
I didn't want to answer that because I didn't want to upset her.
No, probably not. No. No.
I just wanted.
Then why are they together? If there is nothing between them, just food and all, that they can just eat separately and all. She needs more strong man, I mean, really bigger, maybe stronger, maybe someone else, yeah, but she just wastes time. So, or maybe she has also an affair, we don't know, but now it sounds crazy.
Her to be proud of me.
Why should she be proud of you? So, Nathan, you're a great guy, but I haven't seen you stick up for yourself. If you don't stick up for yourself, it's hard for people, even your wife, to respect you. And so we gotta get you sticking up for yourself. And that may involve sticking up to her. Is she helping you lose weight?
I would say she is.
Because sometimes a partner will undermine somebody's weight
No,
loss.
I need her to be more forceful when it comes to that.
But I'm not going to do that.
You don't need her to do anything. You got to leave her out of it. You start advocating for yourself. It's going to make her respect you more. And the number one thing you can do for yourself now is what?
Lose weight.
Lose the weight.
Oh, okay.
So in service of this idea of being independent, I wonder if you guys could actually plan separate meals, plan separate shopping trips. How does that sound to you?
It worries me because that's one of the only things that we do
It's
together.
about all they do.
Your most unhealthy habit is the thing that links you guys together. So I need you to break it apart. I need you to eat by yourself. And you're going to have to find something else to bond with.
Yeah.
Work for you?
If they want to be together, they need
Got it.
to.
Nathan's a really articulate guy, and I'm impressed with what he has to say. I'm worried that the more he tries to get Amber to like him, the less she really likes him. There's something in the relationship that's incapacitating him in terms of sticking up for himself and even just feeling good about himself, feeling like he's worth sticking up for.
There were a couple of things in the appointment that were new to me. The main thing that was new to me was the idea that Amber didn't respect me. I mean, I've always, to some degree, felt it, but that's the first time it was said out loud and put into words. I guess I'm a traditionalist in some sort of the sense when it comes to marriage. I feel like we should want to do everything together, and it just makes me feel like I'm drifting further away from Amber. How fast do you want me to go?
Just go whatever's comfortable. Maybe 1 mile per hour, 1.5, whatever you feel. Just 2 or 3 minutes, get you moving.
It's been a few weeks since we had our appointment with Dr. Paradise. And since then, Amber and I have been focusing on the things that he told us to do.
There's your stretching pole, man.
It's been an adjustment, and I'm still working on it. But I will say, I've been proud of myself for how much I've been doing on my own and how well I'm doing at it.
Feeling pretty good?
Yeah.
All right.
But I joined the gym, and I got a trainer so I can push myself to do even more with my exercises. But at the same time, when I'm here and I hit a new goal, what I want to do is turn and tell Amber. And then I wish she was here.
2 more times.
And I'm working to see myself as someone who isn't dependent on anyone else. Because I know Amber isn't going to respect me until I can respect myself. I'm trying to change my life and I'm trying to get better. And I'm trusting that it's going to be for the best. But it's scary.
1 more time, come on. That's it.
Because it feels like I'm losing Amber right now.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Oh, 8 months. Now we will watch their both result.
I'm in Houston for the appointment with Dr. Now. Amber couldn't make it today because she had to work.
To work?
She got a new job this past month. And she wasn't expecting to have to work today.
But she
So
knows
she
about
thought
this
she was going to be
appointment.
free today. But I know that he's going to think that she's trying to avoid him or avoid the scale. But that's not what's going on. Because this is important to her.
Nathan?
Strange she know about this appointment earlier than her new job.
How are you?
Okay.
She can take a range
At the last appointment 2 months ago, I was at 515, and Dr. Nash says I should be losing at least 20 pounds a month.
We're gonna weigh you, okay? Let me just
And
zero
now?
it out.
It's interesting. What about now? What about
Okay,
his weight?
step up on the scale.
So that means I need to have lost 40 pounds by today to be under 475. So I'm hoping that's the number I made it down to.
Good result.
We're gonna be going to room 5, please.
Well, it's a lot better than just 6 pounds lost, so I'm happy about that. But I'm not sure how Dr. Now will feel about it. Hopefully he sees the positive, but we'll see.
Hi, Nathan. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. So where is Amber today?
She couldn't make it because of work.
But this appointment has been scheduled for a while now. And she knew that she needed to be free. She could easily been available to be here if she wanted to. Or she could have called to reschedule.
I'm sure that she just hasn't lose weight and continues to eat whatever she wants and just avoids this shame. And the doctor will criticize her. She doesn't want to listen at all. But it's just my opinion. And guys, what do you think?
So I think the issue is she didn't want to come today. So why is that?
I think she might have been a little nervous about her weight and seeing how she was doing.
Is she making the changes she needs?
Some. She's struggling, but we both are.
Well, you came here today and you're making some progress. You lost 28 pounds, so it looked like you're losing about 14 pounds a month, which is closer to what you should be losing in 2-3 months after weight loss surgery. But you still have a little ways to go to be losing 20 pounds a month like you should be. And Nathan, do you think that therapy is helping?
It was hard, but it was really good. It made us really look at how we are as a couple and work on that.
So you're going to continue that?
Yes, I'm going to have an appointment pretty soon to continue working on that.
Good. But Amber, she didn't give that appointment either.
You know Amber's going to be here next time.
All right, no more excuses that she couldn't make it.
I know that she wants to do this. She'll be here next time. We're both in this 100%.
Okay, keep up the good work, and I'll see you in 2 months. And if you need anything before then, give me a call.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right, I'll see you then.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to see that Nathan has improved his progress and that he's moving in a positive direction. That shows he's taken some responsibility for himself to stick to the changes he needs. But I'm obviously concerned about Amber right now because there was no good reason for her to have missed the appointment today. Because if they both don't do what they need to change their life, then it won't be likely that either of them will be able to do this for the long term. So the next appointment will be important because there will be a crossroad for Amber that will determine things for her as well as Nathan.
Thankfully, Dr. Now is happy with my progress. But I know I have some more ground to make up, so my focus is going to be on getting up to the 20 pounds a month weight loss goal. He was suspicious about Amber not being here like I thought he'd be. But I know that we're both committed to doing what we need to do in order to get healthy. And thankfully, Dr. Now just kept the same goal for her. And I know she'll be happy about that. And I'm confident that by next time, we're both going to be where we need to be. Because I know we're giving everything we can to make sure we can both keep moving forward.
Next month? 10 months. Oh, they're together. Amber is
Amber
coming.
and I are back at Dr. Now's for our next appointment.
Okay. What about her result?
And we're both a little nervous, but we're both expecting to see progress today. But I've been trusting that all we're doing is going to move us in the right direction, even when I feel like it's not. So I'm hoping that trust and faith pays off for us today.
I know I have a lot to prove to Dr. Now today, and that's helped motivate me to stay on track.
Amber,
We will watch.
And so I'm hoping it's all been enough to get me to my goal today. So I can show him I'm ready to do what I need to get healthy.
I like
And
her
hopefully get my
motivation.
revision surgery soon.
Okay. I like her motivation.
Okay, Amber, you want to step up on the scale? We're going to weigh you first. Hold on one sec.
And she's the first, okay. She's really ready.
Okay.
So strong woman.
The last time my weight was at 505, and my goal has been to lose 50 pounds. So that would put me at 455 today, if I hit that goal. That's close, and it's a lot of weight loss. So I'm hoping Dr. Now is happy with that.
Good result.
I know I worked
Good
hard
job.
for it.
I'm proud of
I
her.
don't think Amber's happy with that, but I think it's great. She made great progress.
Step up on the scale, please.
So hopefully I did it too and I lost as much as her. At my last appointment 2 months ago, I was at 487. And I'm supposed to be losing 20 pounds a month. To be on track, I should have lost 40 pounds to be under 447 today. What?
Literally 10 pounds between us? That's crazy.
I'm proud of us. I think we both did great, so I'm really happy right now. Amber seems a little disappointed and a little down on herself. But I think Dr. Now is...
As I said, yeah, they're coming to psychologists and now their result is really better than it was. And maybe it's really the way to solve all the problem in their family and stay finally happy as family in the world. I mean, whatever they can do for each other because they fell in love. I mean that they have family, yeah, they have some relationship, and maybe when they get thinner and they have a normal intimate life.
going to be happy with us today.
how y'all doing?
We're good.
How are you?
All right. Well, Amber, I'm glad that you could make it this time.
Sorry I missed the last appointment. It won't happen again.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad to see that you're making some progress.
Thank you.
You both have been making progress, so that's good. So what is helping you get back on track?
Seeing Dr. Paradise and doing the therapy helped a lot. He helped us realize that there were things that we needed to work on.
The dynamic for us is different than a lot of people.
So it was hard, but it was really good. It made us really look at how we are as a couple and work on that. We started putting those in place.
All right, so the key issue will be to continue that for long term.
Yes.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. All right, so Amber, you're down to 461. So essentially, so far you lost 40 pounds. So that is good progress, and you need to keep it up.
Yes, sir, I will.
Here's what I'm willing to do. We'll do an endoscopy on you to see how things are with your first weight loss surgery you had when you were younger, to see if a revision is possible. There could be scar tissue or other reasons preventing a revision or another weight loss surgery. If everything looks good, I will schedule you for weight loss surgery revision in 2 months.
Okay.
And if you lost another 25 pounds by then we will move ahead with you. But if not, we'll cancel it and we'll be back at square one with you. So does that sound fair?
Yes, sir.
You think you can do that?
Definitely I can do that.
Okay, great. We'll set that up and we'll go from there. But I'm proud of both of your progress, so keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Do y'all have any questions?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, Amber, we'll schedule your endoscopy and I will see you both soon. In the meantime, if you have any questions, give me a call.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you all later.
All right.
All right.
All right, if you need anything, give me a call.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great results.
I'm very happy to see the improved progress with both Nathan and Amber. I was initially concerned about Amber because of the fact she has already failed 1 weight loss surgery and because of the pattern I've seen from her where she seems to avoid responsibility for her part with the negative dynamic between her and Nathan. But I'm glad to see that's not the case and that she's starting to make the changes she needs to move in a positive direction with Nathan. So we'll see how her endoscopy looks and how she does in the next couple months and go from there. But they're both doing well, and I'm confident Nathan is committed to do this for the long run. And if Amber can get to where she's ready to take the next big step and get her revision, then they will both have a fighting chance to not only make the progress they need now, but stick to it to be healthy for a lifetime.
Yeah, I hope that she can handle with this. She's really so strong. 11 months. Medical center. She isn't in Houston.
I'm here at the hospital for my endoscopy. But I'm getting my weight check done first to see how I've been doing the past month. 454.2?
Yeah, it works.
454.2. I'm still moving along and I'm getting there. So hopefully that leads to me getting the revision, because I've been working really hard for it, and I know that's a tool I'm gonna need for the long term. But it's all gonna come down to how things are in my abdomen from my last weight loss surgery, I guess. I'm a little nervous because I really want to have the surgery, but at the same time, this part is out of my hands, so it'll just be what it is. But I'm confident that if there's a way to do it, Dr. Now will figure it out.
Today we are doing endoscopy on Amber to see if it's possible to do any sort of revision or weight loss surgery on her, since she already had one when she was younger. The issue that this can create is the first surgery can result in scar tissue that limits what we can do for a second surgery, especially when it involves stomach stapling, like Amber describes.
Wow.
So we are looking inside of her stomach, and if the previous operation created any issues that will prevent another.
So guys, to have a really normal life without any surgery, I think that the better way is, first of all, is really control our portion, because all people love to overeat, me too, but all time I say it for myself, stop doing that, yeah, and the first of all, control portion. The second one is activity life. Without any moving, without any sports, yeah, it is impossible to lose your weight if you have extra grams or kilograms, yeah. And the third one, it's really healthy food. All depends on food. For example, if you eat just junky food, yeah, it is impossible to be in fit. Or for example, junky drinks, it's also not as well. I mean, it's they have the same calories as a food. So it is 3 best way to be in a fit without any surgery. Keep going them.
The weight loss surgery. All right, you can turn right now. Let's begin. Hold there. Okay, move to the left some. All right, hold it there. Her staple line is really narrow and long, and so it's going to be an issue. It isn't looking good.
I haven't understand
we're
anything
done.
on this picture.
Amber has a very difficult situation. She has a previous gastroplasty, which is a staple line, which is very narrow staple line and leaving a very small stomach on one side and make it very difficult to work without. There is practically no way to do a sleeve gastrectomy on her because staple line make it so narrow that she won't be able to swallow. So the only potential for revision will be gastric bypass, which is a more complex operation than sleeve gastrectomy. But it's the only option she has in her situation because essentially she has a very narrow staple line. So the sleeve will result in a stomach that is too narrow and too small with the staple line that she got. So the only option will be that we do gastric bypass on her. But that option is still gonna be difficult because of those scar tissue she had, but we can work with it to do a bypass. If Amber is gonna stay committed to doing what she needs to make the second weight loss surgery successful this time. Hi, Amber.
Hey, Dr. Now.
You awake?
I'm awake.
All right. Well, we did the endoscopy. You do have a very difficult situation because you got a narrow staple line, which is about 7 inches long. And that is making it very, very difficult to be able to correct that to sleeve because we need more room for that because it's so narrow, you're gonna have reflux and issue. The only possible way is to convert that to a gastric bypass.
Okay.
So we'll schedule that for 2 months from now.
All right, sounds great.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
Okay. Right now, I'm encouraged by Amber's progress, and I'm happy to see Amber lost 7 pounds over the last month. So hopefully she sticks to it, and we are able to move ahead with her weight loss surgery soon, so that both she and Nathan can take advantage of having the same tools to continue to work together, to be able to make the changes last a lifetime. And from what I'm seeing now, I am optimistic that they'll be able to do that.
12 months.
Amber and I had another appointment with Dr. Now today, and it went well. He says we're on track. And the really good news is that he scheduled Amber's surgery for next month. So we're both excited
finally.
about that. I told Amber that I wanted to stay the night in Houston so we could go out and have a date night in the city. And the theater and the park sounded perfect.
It's a day.
When Nathan told me his idea to stay in Houston and go out, I wasn't sure if it was a good idea because I didn't know if this was going to lead to any sort of temptation because that's what we've always done together. But I decided I was going to keep an open mind.
We're not eating together, but there are things that we can try to do to bring some romance back into our relationship. But I know that's going to take time.
I do think Nathan is on the right track to him kind of going back to being my husband, back like it was originally, but it's a work in progress.
And maybe we'll get there. Who knows?
It just depends on how things go. I'm not going to rush it, and I don't think he should either.
Oh, 2 weeks later.
How have you been doing?
As far as what?
Just the whole process.
A lot better.
But he's
About a
moving.
month ago, I wouldn't have been able to do this.
And he spends
I
time.
know Amber and I have a lot
This
to
is your
work on to
daughter.
get back to a good
This is
place. But with all my weight loss, my relationship with my daughter Hannah has improved because I'm actually able to go out and spend time with her. So we've been hiking together and going on nature walks at least twice a week. And she keeps telling me she's proud of me. When before, I think she was a little embarrassed by me. And I just hope that I can also become the husband that Amber deserves too. One big step I'm taking is I decided to go back to work. I still have my lymphedema and it still hurts when I walk, but it's gotten a little better. I feel ready for it, so I'm no longer taking a leave. So I'm really excited about that. And I know as I make more progress, I'm going to be able to do more and more. And I'm looking forward to all that. So what are you going to think about when I'm all skinny?
You're gonna look like a cartoon character with a big head and a like really skinny body.
How rude. This is a journey. One that involves much more than I could have realized. And it's harder than I ever thought it would be. But it's good, and I'm happy to be on it and headed to where we're going. Because I know it's a much better place.
So guys, it was the end of our story, and as I said all time, life without extra kilograms, it's really another life, and I hope that this couple, they have really another life in general, yeah, for all aspects into their life, and they deserve to have a better life, because I think that they're a nice couple. I mean, they're nice guys, yeah. They have just some big mistake to our eating, yeah, and didn't control their portion, but I hope that she also approves this surgery, and she will have the surgery, and their life will be really more exciting than it have ever been. Guys, thank you for your attention. Thank you that you paid attention on me. It's very necessary. I'm really proud of myself that I can make for you something something new or something that you really like. Don't forget about your likes and about comments. It's that I said before in the of the start of our video, that it's so necessary for me, and this is a small piece of my heart to you. Hugs you, and see you next time. Bye bye.